Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a journal with me for my December pages in my currently journal. Get comfy and join me as I journal about the things that I was watching, reading, and listening to in the month of December 2023. The first pages that I'm going to set up are the ones for the books that I was reading. I love romance novels, and I usually read about 4 to 8 books a month, depending on what's happening during that month. I then take a picture of the cover, like more like a screenshot of the covers, and then I print it either with my selfie Canon printer or in my regular color printer at home, and then I just use the Canon printer paper, and then I just put backing on the back using my Xeron sticker paper. The Xeron or Siren sticker machine, you just put your any paper, anything that you want, you just put it through the machine. It's very easy. It doesn't require electricity. None of that. Is very manual. You just pass it through, and like in seconds, you have a sticky backing on your any project that you have. So I love to use that for my covers, for my pictures, because I can easily put them in my journal. Once I have my pictures down, I then start journaling. And my journaling is very simple. I just journal about what I thought about the journaling overall. I wish I had the time, the energy to do a journal of each book. But I know myself, so I'm not going to do that. So I just do this. It makes me happy. It looks good on paper, and I'm going to call it good. Okay, once I have all the stuff put down, I'm going to go with my Crayola Super Tips, and I'm going to do these dots. If you see my videos before, you notice that I love adding dots on my papers. I love how it looks. It just makes my spreads look a little bit, I don't know, better. And I just love to do it. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to start doing the journaling for the things that I was watching in December. Thinking about the placement of my pictures is always tricky because in my mind, I have an idea of what I want to say, or I should say journal. But then when I put the pictures, it doesn't flow like I want it to. So you see me here just shifting the pictures around until I find the right combo. And sometimes finding the right combination or how it looks on paper has to do with the colors in the pictures or the size of the pictures. So in this case, I think I went more with the colors of the picture. There was one cover for a series that I was watching that had red, and it was another one that I watched that I had like the color red. So I wanted to balance that between the two pages. Normally I don't do this, but for some reason in December I just wanted to have this looking like this. Once I'm happy with the placement, it's time to do the journaling. I would say that journaling this way, it usually takes me about a good hour to do all the pages. I try my best to break down how I journal. First, I do a setup of the pages, and then at a different time and date, I go ahead and do my journaling. It takes me longer to get the pictures, the covers, everything that I want. It takes me a while, and with working and having, my kiddos and my husband, it takes some time for me to gather these things. But once I have everything printed out, I'm able to sit down and just go to town and journal my heart out. Right now, I'm journaling about the shows that I was watching. I watched Squid Games, The Challenge, and it was so, so good. Okay, some parts were a little cringy, but others was really good. I also watched the another episode or part 2 of the last season of The Crown. I honestly think that show needed more seasons. I felt that it was rushed towards the end, just like they did with Game of Thrones. Like, what is the deal? Take your time, develop the stories a little bit better. It was a good season, it was a good show, but I wish I could have more of the stories because there were so many stories that I felt was left hanging. And like anything, right? You can have all the story, the full story portrayed on show. But come on, give me more from The Crown. But other than that, it was good. I also found myself gravitating more towards anime. And on Netflix, I found this show called Blue Eye Samurai. It was so good. I highly recommend it if you want to go ahead and watch a anime series. This one was a good one. And another thing that I love are documentaries, and Netflix takes the crown for doing documentaries well. I was watching The Ottoman Empire is a docu-series, and Netflix have different series like this. I know they did it on the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, and I just finished watching Alexander the Great. It was so great. And I loved those docuseries so much that I did a video, and I'm going to leave it linked right here so you guys can see it, about Alexander the Great. I love journaling about those things that are catching my attention. And let me tell you, Netflix with their docuseries, take my money, take my time, I'm all yours. Okay, let's move over to what I was listening to in December. You might think, oh, she might be probably listening to Christmas music. Oh no, my darling, this Latina loves to watch and listen. What I keep saying watching, I love to listen to my Latin music. And for this one, I have to tell you, Sofia Reyes, Farruko, Chayanne, Shakira, take my money, take my time, take my ears, make my body dance. It was so good to listen to the songs. Chayanne, Bailando Bachata had me going. Sofia Reyes, Cobarde, that bachata with Belé. Oh, so good. And then when I was just scanning through some music, one song popped up with Bad Bunny and let me think. I think it was, oh my gosh, his name is leaving my brain right now. Come back. I think anyway, it'll get back to me. But I found this song about Bad Bunny and I thought it was a new song. Arcángel, there you go. But it wasn't a new song. It was an oldie, and it was so good, and I was listening to it and I was like, I love it. And then of course, my girl Shakira with her acróstico song for her kiddos. Come on, that song was so beautiful. And every time I heard it, I would cry. Well, not every time. I think maybe the first time I heard it, I cried. Or maybe I teary. You get the point. It's very emotional, very sweet song. And that's what I did. And that's what I was watching. I love capturing all of these things in my notebook. I will leave, again, linked other spreads that I have created this way. It is my creative way to express how I was feeling with the things that capture my imagination and my attention. I think this is a good way for you also to start journaling if you're looking to start your journaling journey. but don't feel like you want to put all of your emotions on paper. You can just simply put the things that you love. I hope that you have found some inspiration in this video. Make sure that to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and remember, it is never too late to start something new, so start today. Hasta luego. Bye.